is going to travel through to the small intestine. Yes. So here you can see our tummy again. So it's going to travel out through the pyloric sphincter, down into the first C-shaped section of your small intestine, which is the duodenum. So here it is here. Note that it's also attached on our pancreas model. Really all we're seeing here is duodenum. Okay, some people say duodenum if they're feeling spiffy and British. The upper portion is jejunum, and then the lower is ileum. I'm sure the color coding means something, but I have no clue what it means. So for us, jejunum, ileum. Now, right before it's going to pass out of the ileum, this would be the very end of the ileum, it's going to go through another door, and that's this time called the ileocecal valve. We can shut that down to prevent food from prematurely getting into the large intestine. The villi, don't worry about the villi because they're not really shown. We have a whole separate villus model for you guys. Yay! Okay, from there, the food passes into the large intestine, so all this dark area is large intestine. If I put this back together, this pouch down below is cecum. It's very small in us because we tend not to eat a whole bunch of grasses. But if I kind of turn it, you can see the vestigial portion, the appendix, down below. So here's the appendix deep inside. Okay, so food would pass through the cecum, then up the ascending colon, across the transverse colon, which is the one I'm holding, down the descending colon, up and back through the sigmoid colon, and then we've got to switch over to this reproductive model. It's the only place I've been able to find it. So this would be portions of the sigmoid colon here. Once it passes by this ridge, now this is your rectum. Okay, the musculature changes. This last little bit is the actual anus. They want you to be able to find a few things. They want you to be able to find the internal anal sphincter, which is this one, and then they want you to be able to find the external, which is voluntary muscle, out here. So internal anal sphincter, external anal sphincter. The anal haustras, which are the sacs of the large intestine, we need to come back to that. So each of these pouches is a haustra. They allow for the food to move in and expand. They also want you to be able to find, if we were to reattach this, each time it turns, we name the turning. So these are called flexures. The one that's close to the spleen is the splenic flexure. The one that would be close to the liver side would be the hepatic flexure. The greater and lesser omentum, we don't have anything that shows lesser omentum, so we can take that off. We've already seen, but we'll remind ourselves when we look at the cat, the omentums, the peritoneums, we'll do from the cat. So if you would just note cat on those, that would be great. And then we'll take another break because then we got to do